What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and everything could be changing for executive orders and stimulus with the latest headlines coming out. I'm going to get you caught up on the details as does the president have the legal authority to send out more stimulus? Well, it looks like we're going to be finding out here very soon. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update, and this could be setting a precedent for more stimulus executive orders to come. We're going to be seeing as a lot of people are waiting for Social Security increases, stimulus checks, child tax credits, and if they can't get legislators to agree, it might have to come through executive actions. But take a look at these headlines coming out, you guys. Ted Cruz sucks. Miserable little weasel. Omar blasts Ted Cruz over GOP plan to kill student debt relief. That is right. Now, we had heard that this potentially could be deemed unlawful by the president to do, and it looks like we're going to be finding out. Take a look, you guys. Ilhan Omar calls Ted Cruz a miserable little weasel for attempting to overturn Biden's student loan forgiveness in court. So we're going to be seeing if he has the legal authority to do this or not. And yeah, it's a little bit of a gray area. As I mentioned, it has to be done a certain way and it has to be done correctly. Otherwise, it could be deemed unlawful for the president to do this executive action. Now, either way, whether or not this passes or not, what we're hearing is in the polls for the midterm elections, it's helping the president. Take a look. Student loan forgiveness is Biden's Hail Mary pass to buy votes, some are saying, as we're seeing that even just the suggestion of sending out more stimulus, well, it's helping out them in the polls. Democrats and Biden, that is. It's increasing. Anybody that's suggesting stimulus, there is such mass approval for stimulus checks. We're hearing over 80% of the population approves and would say, yeah, I could use a fourth check of $2,000. That just even the suggestion is helping them in the polls, even if it's deemed unlawful. Now, we're going to be seeing, like I said, is take a look at this. There's a lot of people celebrating prematurely. GOP could bring a legal challenge to block Biden's student loan debt forgiveness plan. So we're going to be seeing what's going to be unfolding here. It looks like this could be underway here any moment. We could see an announcement about this being challenged. Now, is it legal, though? Can it be done? As you guys know, it's kind of yes, no, a little bit of a gray area because Congress holds the power of the purse. They have to provide legislation to issue out new funds. The president by himself cannot do that. However, the president does have the legal authority to repurpose and reallocate existing funds, reusing funds that have been allocated but not used, but not issuing new funds. And this has been done almost exactly 2 years ago. Take a look at this article that came out, you guys. Former President Donald Trump's $300 in weekly unemployment benefits extended to 6 weeks. And it says unemployed U.S. workers who are banking on an extra $300 in federal jobless aid will now receive up to 6 weeks of benefits, double the 3 weeks initially guaranteed by FEMA, the government agency overseeing the relief said. Now, shortly after former President Donald Trump signed an executive order, so issuing this out by executive order by himself without Congress last month authorizing the aid, FEMA said it was initially planning to provide 3 weeks of benefits. So you guys can see right here, almost 2 years ago exactly, former President Donald Trump issued executive actions to send out more stimulus, but he did not issue new funds. He simply took existing funds, repurposed it, reallocated it to the new LWA program, and sent out federal unemployment benefits. So it totally can be done, but it has to be done in the right way. Now, was the student loan debt forgiveness issued out in the right way? I'm not so sure. We're going to have to see, because what we're hearing is Miguel Cardano, an education secretary for the White House, he had said we need to pull from existing American Rescue Plan funds, and I'm not sure if that was actually done or if they're trying to issue out new funds to forgive and wipe out this debt, essentially giving student loan debt borrowers a $10,000 stimulus check. Now, if that is the case, and this is the issuance of new funds, that definitely could become an issue and could get overruled in court. Now, we will see. Like I said, the process of which it is done has to be done correctly. And it looks like we're going to find out, you guys. Now, I've got an article here. Ilhan Omar blasts Ted Cruz over the GOP plan to kill student debt relief. We're going to be diving into the details of what was said and what likely will unfold here very soon. And depending on the outcome of this, it could set a precedent for new stimulus executive actions. Now, if this is overruled, it could mean that they're going to have to issue it with existing funds, or if it's passed, they might be able to do executive actions without doing that. No, we will see, you guys. Let's dive into all the details. Now, before we do, though, also wanted to mention the relief roadmap. I have contacted technical support. Hopefully today, we're going to be able to get that live for you guys. I just want to make sure I can get that URL switched so that way everybody can have access to the relief roadmap and do so easily. And you can log back in. A lot of people are going in, they're getting the relief roadmap, but when they log out, they can't figure out how to get back in. And I think switching the URL should fix that. But that should be coming here very soon. I'll do an email blast to everybody. I will announce when it's live for you. So keep an eye out for that. It's the comprehensive list of all the stimulus checks across the nation, all in one place with contacts, phone numbers, websites, everything just at one click away to make it simple and easy so you don't miss out on anything, you guys. Literally over 100 different stimulus check programs across the nation people don't even realize exist. If you missed my live yesterday, check it out. We covered all of the ones included, and my kids were there with me, helping me out, answering questions, you guys. So check that one out if you missed it. But with that being said, let's dive into these articles on executive actions. Now, before we do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not come join the Ram fam? All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance. More content coming to help you out on that channel with growing wealth and personal finance. Very excited about that, you guys. More content to help you out. And with that being said, let's dive into these articles and get you caught up on the latest. All right, so link in the description below to this article that just came out a little while ago that says Ilhan Omar blasts Ted Cruz over the GOP plan to kill student debt relief. And it says, Representative Ilhan Omar on Tuesday called Republican Senator Ted Cruz a miserable little weasel for actively seeking out ways to get the Supreme Court to block President Joe Biden's plan to cancel $10,000 in student loan debt for most federal borrowers. Now, it says the Texas Republican is one of many GOP officials exploring a potential legal challenge to Biden's student loan debt relief plan, which is popular with voters, including those without debt and those who have paid off their debts, and could benefit more than 40 million borrowers across the United States. What a miserable little weasel. No wonder why they call him Lucifer in the flesh. Omar tweeted in response to news that Cruz and legislators have been discussing tactics to get the debt relief plan before the Supreme Court, which is packed with Republican appointees. And that's true. Out of the 9 appointees, 6 of them are conservative and lean in that favor, and only 3 are more liberal. So we're hearing that if this gets before them and this was done incorrectly, it is very likely that this could get overturned. Now, fortunately, student debt cancellation is legally sound and should withstand legal scrutiny, Omar argued. Set your alerts for the applications in October if you qualify for the relief, and file before the end of December. So Omar is saying, full speed ahead, this is going to make it. But like I said, we are going to find out if it was done correctly, if they challenge this. Now, let me know your thoughts, because I've heard a lot of people actually vocalize the opposite, saying they do not approve of the student loan debt forgiveness, saying this is going to cost us about $300 billion, potentially in new spending. And if that is the case, that's how much the first stimulus check of $1,200 was, $300 billion. And they're saying, why just send it out to student loan debt borrowers? Send it out to everybody that's hurting at this time. Now, also, we've heard that it could be as much as more than double that, 600. We've heard 800. We've heard almost $1 trillion that this could cost over the course of like 10 years or something like that. So a lot of people are saying, if you want to send out help, send out stimulus checks. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Now, the Washington Post's Jeff Stein reported Tuesday that Cruz, who has falsely criticized debt cancellation as an attack on the working class, as you can see, this is slanted a little bit left. Always just want to give you guys the facts, says a top Supreme Court legislator told him that the best potential plaintiff for establishing standing to overturn Biden's student debt plan would be a student loan processor. So they want to bring this up to the Supreme Court, but they got to make sure that they do it with the correct strategy, with the correct plaintiff, and they have the correct complaint for this to be overruled. Additionally, Stein noted that Cruz predicted the Supreme Court would support tanking the debt relief by a vote of 6-3, an outcome that even some supporters of the debt cancellation have warned is possible, acknowledging the Supreme Court it leans primarily to the right, with 6 sitting conservatives. Given questions about the legal justification that the administration chose, as well as the right-wing bent of the U.S. Supreme Court. So acknowledging this has to be done the right way, and Supreme Court, it leans mostly to the right. Now, since Biden announced his debt cancellation plan last month, Republican lawmakers, GOP attorney generals, and dark money groups have been searching for the plaintiffs with the legal standing to sue the administration. A difficult task because the challenger would have to demonstrate harm from the executive actions. So they have to find that specific situation. Now, as Insider Higher Ed noted Tuesday, student loan servers could say they are losing money on revenue. Now, if Biden's plan is implemented, but so far, no loan servers have indicated that they are interested in a legal challenge. So right now, that is the difficulty they're having, is finding the right person. But they said they're strategizing, they're getting everything set up, and we will see if they find the right person, the right strategy. And if they do, this is going to be going to court. We will find out if it was done legally or not. Now, if it is not challenged and it stands, well, as Ilhan Omar said in October, get ready to apply for $10,000 of student loan debt relief and up to $20,000 if you have a Pell Grant. And then after that, we will see what other stimulus provisions could be rolling out as well. As we've heard, progressives have a laundry list of them ready, and they want to roll them out right before midterm elections, so it's fresh in the minds of voters right before they hit the polls. So there you have it, you guys. That is the latest coming out on this. And as more information rolls out on stimulus, executive orders, Congress, what's unfolding, I'll be sure to keep you up to date every step of the way. And as I mentioned, the Relief Roadmap should be going live here. Access for everybody at www.reliefroadmap.com today. Just got to make sure I correctly switch over that URL. We don't have any issues, and everybody should be able to log in just fine. Now, if not, I will make sure that I go through each and every single one of your accounts and make sure that everybody has correct access, you guys. So keep an eye out for that. But that is the latest. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, if you appreciate the content, smash the like button. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And you guys, as more information rolls out, I'll keep you up to speed, let you know everything going on so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.